Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We're going to be in the Epic Handbook from 3rd edition for this video. We are looking at epic spells. Unless I miscounted, there are 46 epic spells. I'll do an individual video for each of the spells, so if I did miscount, you will see all the spells. The spell we are going to look at today is Create Living Vault. We'll go over what all the descriptive individual effects and parts are, and then how it's developed, its costs to make it, in other words, to learn it, and then its big descriptive paragraph after that. So we'll actually know how it is supposed to feel and function in D&D, in Epic Handbook. So Create Living Vault, it's a conjuration creation spell. Spellcraft DC is 58. So you're going to need at least a 48 to be able to take 10 to cast this spell. Now, if you wanted to learn the spell earlier, you could, but you have to hit the DC of 58 to cast the spell. It's not to learn it, it's to cast the spell. Components: verbal, somatic, and experience points. So you will be burning experience points to cast this. Casting time is 100 days and 11 minutes. I find that very hilarious that there's actually minutes added to that. Range, 0 feet. The effect, 1 living vault, 50 foot by 50 foot by 10 foot. Duration of the actual magic is instantaneous, so once it finished casting it, it takes effect immediately. Saving throw, none. Spell resistance, none. To develop this spell, and so you would pay all these costs and try to learn the spell, and now it's your permanent epic spell. To develop it would cost 540,000 gold pieces, 11 days, 21,600 experience points. So you will lose 21,600 experience points to research this spell, make this spell. Seeds. You require the spell seeds Conjuration, DC 21, Animate, DC 25, Fortify, DC 27. Factors. These factors modify a bunch of the effects of the spell. Allows the vault to grow to proper size after created in 4d4 days. Ad hoc plus 20 DC. So ad hoc is like a range. Increase hit dice of object by 118, which is a plus 236 to its DC. So you're already looking at something that was in the 300s in the casting spellcraft DC. Increase spell resistance to 40, which is plus 60 to the DC. Increase damage reduction to 40, which is plus 39 to the DC. And to make it its damage reduction to a plus 7 magical weapon. So you would need a magical weapon that its base magical attack is a plus 7 or higher. That is a plus 18 DC. Make this permanent is 5 times the DC. And the following mitigating factors to reduce the DC is increase casting time by 10 minutes, minus 20 to the DC. Increase casting time by 100 days is minus 200 to the DC. Burn 20,000 experience points. So the burn takes effect when you cast it. So the XP you expended up top, the 21,600, was just to make the spell, but when you cast it, you also burn 20,000 experience points immediately. Minus 200 to the DC. So with the 100-day casting and the burning of 20,000 experience points, they've taken 400 away from the casting difficulty. There's 16 D6 backlash, which takes 16 off the DC. So when you cast this, the caster takes 16 D6 damage. So that's going to hurt a little bit. You can create a construct known as a living vault. See Chapter 5 Monsters. To protect and hide your treasures. During the final seconds of casting, you take 16d6 points of damage from the backlash. Upon completion, the vault initially measures only 5 feet on a side, but it gradually increases to its proper size over the following 4d4 days. The vault is attuned to you and you only, allowing you entrance and egress in a manner similar to a dimension door spell. When you desire the vault to hide itself, you give it a simple command. To summon the vault, you may cast a sending spell or arrange some other manner to contact it. XP cost 20,000 experience. So that was the experience burn we were talking about. So that's creating a living vault. So this thing would be a living construct that could hide your treasure. So that could be very useful, especially when you get into campaigns where a wish spell is a normal spell that most people have access to. At least most people you'd be dealing with would have access to. So yeah, I can see that being very interesting and entertaining. Let me know what you all think about the Create Living Vault spell in the comments below. Until we all game again, guys.